Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another video, and today I am very excited because the Callous Daoboys have put out a new song called Waco Jesus. It also comes with the announcement of an upcoming EP, God Smiles Upon the Callous Daoboys, which will be out on October 20th. I went and saw them twice this year so far, the most recent time with Rollo Tomasi, and I bought a shirt that actually says the EP name. And so I already have merch for this, but I will put pre-order links, any sort of support links for the Callous Daoboys in the description of this video. Their live performance is phenomenal. If you have the chance to go see them, I highly encourage you to do so. But also, since the first time I saw them live this year, at least in February, ever since then I've just been hooked. It got me even further into Celebrity Therapist and kind of running through their catalog. I have probably listened to Celebrity Therapist every week since then. It's constantly on the rotation, so I am stoked to have new music. All that being said, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it.
We're here in the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia, searching for something sinister. We don't know what it's capable of. We don't know its power. We don't know what it wants. But the locals have called it the Suburban Spectre. We're the Callous Daoboys, and this is Phantom Fun.
Mountain of a man, whether nails in his hands or hunting with his wide wagon.
That first riff, what? That we grooving. I'm calling the campaign a job well done. Oh.
I can't breathe the sulfur. Stop, baby. Come on, Python. My shake on flood. Kids are hopeless. No one else will do it. Pleasure in disgust. You're a psychotic loss. I can't believe the horror in your eyes. Did I meet your expectations? Or am I simply too high? I keep scrolling down a scrapbook. Could set with ever after. Clicking down the back now. 'Cause a vertebrae's all I'll ever need. Heaven, let your concept be all history. Magdalene worships my savior. Come on, Python. My shake on flood. Kids are hopeless. No one else will do it. Pleasure in disgust. You're a psychotic lust. I can't appeal to this mountain of a man. When the devil's in his head, so what do we do? I will. Is someone to go on? No one to his mother. Love to see my delight on riot. Watch it touch fire, dark riot.
Oh?
When she takes money. When I see a star in the such history, I can't breathe the sulfur.
Caught the Star Baby, the first the Callous Daoboys, Waco Jesus. Let's discuss. First impression is that it's for this band, if you've listened through their discography or really just a handful of songs off of Celebrity Therapist, you know that they can really dive into the more chaotic sound. And while parts of that are there in this track, I think it's a much more accessible sound. And in discussing this band with people as I've gotten further into them and stuff, some people are really not into the more chaotic side, while I've found that the diehard Callous Daoboys fans are. So I'm very curious how this will be received. I think nonetheless it is a great song, opening up with that riff, getting it kind of not even just the same riff either, but having that sound kind of splashed in, even the parts that do feel like they lean a little bit into that chaos. There are a few parts that are more broken up where it's goes into the low screams and stuff that you definitely hear on Celebrity Therapist, but feeling like it's in a new vein with this one. Anyway, having the kind of teasing back and forth between that style of riff work and such, and a bit of hints of their sound that have been laid down previously. I thought that was really fun. This is going to be a track that gets a ton of plays from me. It still has some of the more theatrical approach with parts of the vocals too. There's even a portion of this track that reminds me of one of their other songs, not in a lyrical callback sense or anything, but melody wise it's one of the sung portions of it. Let me take a look at what the lyrics say at that point. Definitely towards the later half of the song where it says someone playing no one. That delivery is what I'm talking about, and it's gonna bother me until I listen through Celebrity Therapist again and kind of pinpoint what it reminds me of. I'm pretty sure it's something Celebrity Therapist, but this has, I think, at least compared to some of their more chaotic songs, stuff that leans further into the mathcore approach, I think this will be kind of a place for people who don't enjoy some of that sound to get into the sound further. Maybe the stuff that comes later. I believe it's a 3-track EP, so there's still 2 more songs to come. I am curious if they will keep the same sort of feel that this one does, or as I'm leaning more towards expecting to hear some more wild stuff from the Callous Daoboys, because that's a big part of what they do and what's associated with their sound. But nonetheless, hearing something in this context from them and having those there's bursts of energy and slight things the lower vocals I had mentioned that kind of pass off between some of the riff work and those style of vocals, which I'm pretty sure they're done by the bassist, if I'm not mistaken. I can't 100% remember. Definitely some of them during their live performance, but having that and then also getting sort of what feels like a new chapter for them has me very interested. I think the more I listen to this, the more stuff will stick out as feeling more like their sound, even going back and looking for the lyrics that I had just mentioned before I kind of paused this or whatever. That second little listen, which I didn't even listen through the whole song or anything, just kind of clicked around. There were parts that still feel very much in that sound. So for not wanting to go in circles, I'm going to move on from that sort of talking point here. It's just a sound that I don't feel I get from any other band. Anyhow, this song included in that for sure. There are bands who do stuff that's, along the mathcore lines, have some similarities, but just not the same way that this band does things. I really love the parts of their music that there's 2 sides for me. The more chaotic stuff, the unpredictable, weird stuff, I love that. And then there are also moments in title track, in Star Baby. There are moments in What Is Delicious, Who Swarms, the chorus on that song. There is such an opposite side to them doing that chaotic, mathy sound so well. They also can open things up, and on the flip of a coin, drop of a hat, however you want to word it, they can just lean into something that is also highest tier for me and just sounds like a different song, but they piece it together to where it flows really well. So I do hope to see something. I don't want to say I want like a Star Baby Part 2 or another title track or another What Is Delicious, because I'm just curious how their creativity will come across. But I would be surprised if this isn't like on the more tame side of what they will release, especially given there's probably, I'm pretty positive there are only 2 more tracks coming off of the EP. So expecting some chaos, hoping for some chaos, but also really excited to see what they'll do on the other side of that. Lyrically, this is one where, as I read through it, there are some parts that I think the more I sort of ponder on them and listen to the rest of the track, the more it will click for me. And then sometimes, as I find with every song I read through lyric-wise from this band for the first time, there are parts of it that take the more direct route and make more sense. Them having a callback to Star Baby and some sounds that just sort of click into places of their discography while sounding really different is appreciated by me. The majority, I think, of the mixing was done by the Swamp Sound, which is Hunter Young, and that's really what I think at this point. I'm excited for the 2 tracks that should come off of this release as well. This is going to be something that gets a bunch of plays from me, and I will continue running up Celebrity Therapist as well for the foreseeable future. That is something that I'm constantly and it's one of those records where I don't just pick a few tracks for my daily playlist. It's like a put the whole record onto the playlist type of album. So let me know what you thought in the comments. I will link the music video I used in the reaction portion of this, which I loved the music video. I think it connects very well with their online presence. They're really just who they are as, like, if you meet them, I met them at the most recent show I went to. They have the energy of the music video for sure in their live performance too. Just an incredible live performance. If you get the chance to see them live, I highly suggest you go do it. It may get you even further into the band like it did for me. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. As I mentioned, all of the merch, any sort of promotional links for the Callous Daoboys will be in the description of this video, as will my Linktree, which has the Patreon, my Twitch channel, the Discord server, invite link. All of that will be in the description of this video. I am now streaming on Twitch instead of YouTube. That includes my request streams on Tuesdays and a number of other streams I'm doing that are music related but not requests. So if you want to see when I go live, that will be there. Patreon, I'm offering more, kind of adding slowly to those tiers. Pretty much, I think every day I've added or adjusted them, but I'm doing like a slow rollout, but everything I do currently offer is there if you want to check it out. And the Discord server is where the community is based for my YouTube channel. So if you want to come hang out with some music lovers, talk about music related and things completely unrelated to music, feel free to come join. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.